Howdy folks, I'm Darren.
And I'm Susan.
Welcome to Cross Timbers Outside. Today we're metal detecting, one of many of our favorite outdoor activities. And Susan is the main operator of the metal detector. And what kind are you using?
It is a Farmland Xterra Pro.
Farmland Xterra Pro. She's up on a lot more of this stuff than I am. We are detecting on an old farm, and usually on an old farm you're going to end up with a lot of old iron stuff.
We found horseshoes, screws, nails, not a lot of screws, more nails, a lot of just like hunks of metal, shell casings, old shotgun shells.
Yeah, and we found things like off of old plows.
Yeah.
And
then stuff that we don't know what it is.
Yeah, just broken parts. We actually did find a buckle, an old buckle off of a plowing harness for a horse.
Yeah, and
I believe is what it was.
We found a lot of, for some reason, we found a lot of railroad spikes.
Yeah, so come with us today as we go do some metal detecting, see what old kind of history we can find here on this old.
We've only had this particular one a couple of months, and I'm still learning all its features. For the price range, it is really high tech. So, I do have it on two-tone, meaning that it'll do one tone for iron, rusty iron stuff, and then another tone for all other metals. But you can actually set this thing to do different tones for a range of metals, but I'm not quite that advanced with it yet. So it also has 6 like search features, and we are actually in field 2, which is more like for finding artifacts. So here we go. You're looking for repeatable sounds. So when you hit something, you want to kind of change directions and see if it's still hitting. And the sound on that one is not very loud. So it's either very small or very deep. So I usually just pass on those. In old pastures, you can find all kinds of like teeny little pieces of wire. We've learned that the hard way. Spending 10 minutes digging up a little tiny piece of a wire. So we've learned those tones. Now that's a different sound, and I think I actually see what it is laying on top of the ground. A can lid. You want to keep your coals as close to the ground as you can, but there's so many rocks and stuff in here, I'm having to lift up a little higher than I normally do. Don't want to hit a rock.
much you think you got there?
I would say trash. It was a 54, which is an unusual number. It didn't show it was very deep. But the problem is the battery on our little pinpointer is getting weak, and I did not bring an extra one with us. That's the only thing so far I don't like about it, is it doesn't really have a battery indicator. So I guess I just need to keep an extra battery for this thing all the time. Whatever it is right here. Ugh. A lot of roots in the woods. I don't know if we videoed it or not, but we found a few bullets in here. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's another bullet. Alright, whatever it is, it's out. It's in my hand. Might be a piece of wire. Or, what is it? What is that? Well, what in the world? Uh-oh.
Moving out of the picture.
I don't know what this is. Well, we'll clean it up and show you a picture of it when we figure it out, if we figure it out. Any thoughts?
Not a clue.
Darren? Darren looked at it too. We have no idea what it is. It almost looked like the top casing off of a watch battery, but it broke apart when he was, yeah, it was old, yeah, it didn't look that recent, that new, but it broke apart. We'll look at it a little better when we get home. Let's clean up, see what else is in here. Well, we started to leave this spot and I just run back over it, and it's still very chattery. Maybe there's another piece and we can figure out what that thing is. Let's just give it another go. Clear some leaves. Whatever it is right here. And among all these rocks. Whatever it is right here that I just dropped. Try not to drop it this time. But that's what it is. But what it is, I do not know. Interesting. Maybe a nail. I think it's the top of a nail. What do you think?
Very possible.
All right. Well, that's that. We'll clean up. There we go.
This hit she found was in an old creek bed, and it ain't nothing but a gravel packed gravel bed. She got a pretty strong hit though. Okay, it's on the green. It's right there somewhere. It's in my hand. I see it. Looks like a bullet of some sort.
Uh-oh, there it is.
That's exactly what that is. That is a...
Wow.
That looks like a very small, like a 36 caliber round ball.
Round ball
like out of a muzzle loader.
Oh.
Or some kind of black powder gun.
So could that be old
It,
or more modern?
well, it's so dirty I can't see any. Where they pour these lead, if it was hand poured, it would have what they call a spore or a spree on it, and coming out of the casting, and I don't see that, which makes me think that it's
more modern.
It's newer than that, maybe factory made. Because I own a 32 caliber black powder rifle, and that's why I'm saying this looks like a, yeah, this is more modern, I think. I don't know, I'll have to wash it up to make sure, but there it is.
All right, drop it in your front pocket while I clean all this up. I'm going to scan this hole again before we cover it, because that was a lot of digging for that. That little bitty
lead ball was down in that gravel bed. Amongst all these big old rocks and everything, that was hard to get out of there.
That's kind of frustrating. But that's part of it.
Yeah, I mean, you never know till you uncover it and see what you got. I mean, maybe somebody more experienced than us could look at the numbers and the tones and know. But us, we're learning as we go a lot of this, and that's how you learn, I guess. You dig trash with treasure and learn your machine. Susan's learning it really well, so we're on the right path. We just got to keep learning, but it is what it is. Let's see what else we can find. There's 500 piles of deer manure right here. Reckon they've been eating something metallic.
Recording.
Right there. Okay, let me put it on more of a pinpoint mode. Oh yeah. Let's just see what we got right here. Right there, I'm right on top of it. Not in my hand. Boy, that is some rich dirt. Look how black that dirt is.
It's good for growing a garden, wouldn't it?
I think I feel it. I think. Well. Go a little bit deeper. There it is. Whatever that is.
Like a carriage bolt.
Yep, some kind of a, well, it's dropped it. Yep, some kind of a carriage bolt.
Good find.
Good trash. No treasure in that.
Let's see if there's something that goes with your carriage bolt. Right here. Was it called a carriage bolt because it held carriages together?
I'm not really sure if that sounds feasible.
All right, there's our trash bag. Let's see if we got more trash to go with it. See if it's anywhere close to the top. Probably not. All right. This is another hole that I had to have Darren dig because of the rocks. And he's right on top of whatever it is.
I think I see it. I got it.
It's a nail.
I don't know. It's what it feels like. See the tip of it
I
right
do.
There? And it's a little nail.
Dadgummit.
Right up under some roots too. That was hard to get.
Ah. Okay, well, fill up this hole and on to the next. All right, we're getting really odd numbers, like 20s, and they're really shallow. Right here. So let's see what we might have right here. Let's see, first of all. Whatever it is right here. Ah, it looks like half of a horseshoe. Just half of it. That's a really unlucky horse. All right, I'll fill this hole up.
What kind of signal did you have there?
It was an 11, and it wasn't too deep. And it's right here. Let's see. Won't bet it's a bullet. Or a piece of foil.
Pull tab.
Or a pull tab. Because, yeah, we found a few of those. Ah, looks like the other half of the horseshoe. Okay. Make sure there's nothing else. And there's not. So, we've found several intact horseshoes, but this one may not be the same one, but could be. So, there's one half. Where'd the other half go? Let's just see. Those look like different sizes to me.
Yeah,
those are different shoes. Huh. This one's really thin. This is a thicker. This one still has the nails in it. This is a bigger foot. Interesting. All right.
I searched the world over and thought I'd found true love. You met another and you were gone. Okay, we're done metal detecting for today. We've had a trashy day, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Horseshoes.
Half a horseshoe.
Yeah.
I like whole horseshoes, but half partial horseshoes.
Yeah. Half horseshoes and bullets. And
aluminum foil and
aluminum foil, yeah, but it's really not about what exactly you find. Yeah, there's some people take this really serious, and they go to these colonial sites and Civil War battlefields and stuff like that. We don't take it that serious. This is a way for us to enjoy time outside together.
And explore the history of Appalachia.
Yes, find the old farm equipment, old things like that monetarily is worth nothing. But you're learning the history of some land and what went on there and things of that nature. And it's just nice to be out in God's great creation enjoying outside. So we enjoy it. Susan is a lot better metal detector than I am. So, thanks for being with us. We really appreciate it. And I pray God blesses you and your family, and we pray y'all have a fantastic day.
Psst. Do not seek the treasure.